Ciao a tutti! Hello from Italia. Today I wanted to give you all a little update on the COVID situation here in Italy. It's been a little while since I updated you. I think the last time I posted a COVID video, we were in a yellow zone, which then progressed to orange and is now red. I'm gonna hop straight to our red zone regulations and what that looks like for us right now. So yeah, let's dive in. So let's start with food, the most important thing in Italy. When it comes to restaurants, bars, cafes, things like that, again, we are limited to takeout and delivery only from the hours of 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. There is no fraternizing outside of establishments. You can't linger inside of the establishment. You basically have to pay and get out. As far as other retail stores are concerned, supermarkets and anywhere that sells basic necessities are open. Pharmacies, maybe home hardware stores or furniture stores, but not clothing stores that don't sell things like, socks and underwear, things that you might actually need. You can order these items online and they can be delivered to you in a socially distanced method, so that is okay. But unfortunately, the physical stores that are not considered a necessity are closed. Some other services that are considered essential would be things like anything that has to do with your car, so automobile services or mechanic services, things that have to do with internet or utilities or home services, things like that would obviously be considered essential. What I did find interesting was that people that sell directly to the consumer, so direct sales, maybe some of you know this as multi-level marketing products, those people that are required to go and do home demonstrations or door-to-door sales are still allowed to sell, however, by appointment only. When it comes to events, ceremonies, and meetings, they highly encourage remote services. However, if that cannot be accommodated, social distancing methods must be implemented and protection measures taken. So obviously wearing masks and having sanitizer present and things like that. Outdoor markets and fairs, so things like farmers markets or Christmas markets, have been completely prohibited, so they are not allowed at this time. There's no public gathering at sporting events. Those can only be shown on TV. Basically, as long as you're outside and you're socially distancing and you have a mask, they're pretty much allowing most of these activities to continue to take place, but they highly discourage it and want you to perform these types of events remotely over video or something like that. So now we get to sports and motor activities. If you are a hunter or a fisherman, sucks to be you. Completely prohibited, not allowed. All gyms, swimming centers, sports centers, wellness centers, things like that have been completely suspended, so you are not allowed to go to these facilities at this time unless those facilities contain necessary services like physiotherapy or something like that. Then those services you could attend these facilities for. However, not for a massage or something like that. It's basically physiotherapy and necessities only. Absolutely no contact sports allowed, which means soccer is not allowed, football, which is not a thing here in Italy anyways, but yeah, contact sports are a no. Moving on to public offices, or we would probably call it something like public services, things like electricity or needing to go to the city hall for some administrative purposes. So those centers are all still open, but booking by appointment only. So if they have not provided an electronic solution for you to resolve your issues or pay certain taxes or whatever you have to do, then they do appointments only. In travel, unfortunately, we are stuck in the village where we live. You are allowed to travel for necessary work purposes. However, you need a self-declaration, which is printed on forms, and those are subject to verification by the police. So if you falsify those documents, you could be in some big trouble. You are also, so let's say you are a separated or divorced family, you are still allowed to go and visit your children. If you have dependents, maybe some older parents or, you know, a sibling or something with medical needs, you are allowed to visit them. You are allowed to bring your children to visit your or their grandparents. However, they highly discourage that because of the age factor when it comes to COVID and their vulnerability to the virus. Basically, you're not allowed to leave your home unless it's for essential purposes like work or getting like food and things that you would need to like maybe repair your home or something of the sort. Can you walk your dog? Yes, they do allow short walks to exercise your animal and allow them to go potty. They also allow you to take them to the vet if necessary for checkups or other health reasons. They do also allow some physical outdoor activity. However, it needs to be close to your home and it needs to be socially distanced. So if you see anyone, you need to respect that social distance and for short amounts of time. So always close to your home, like within a few blocks radius. So you're kind of like running in circles or you're walking the length of your drive, something like that. They do allow you to travel to other villages and provinces to buy or rent a home. So the home selling and buying process is still taking place, but just at a much slower rate with all of the administration and the appointment-only bookings, and obviously doing as much as we can remotely. For anyone attending post-secondary or in university, all of the curriculum and lessons are being carried out remotely. University libraries have been kept open, but they are enforcing social distancing and all of the precautionary measures. For the time being, they are still continuing exams or necessary workshops, things of this sort. But again, with all of the proper protocols in place, social distancing, masks, etc. It is not mandatory to wear a specific type of mask in Italy at the moment. And you do not need to wear a mask at home, obviously. You don't need to wear a mask while performing sports. Children under 6 years of age do not need to wear a mask. Anyone who has a health issue that would prevent them from wearing a mask does not need to wear one, but they also need to have that written exception from their doctor. Anyone whose work would require them to remove said mask, so for example, if they were an interpreter or someone who worked with someone who was deaf and they needed to lip read, the mask would be removed and social distancing protocols would be put in place. Well, I think I covered pretty much everything, but if there was anything I missed or something you're curious about, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section below. I would be more than happy to provide you with an answer as someone living in Italy at the moment. I hope you're all staying safe at home. I'm gonna go and cozy up by the fire. If you like these types of videos and updates and you wanna receive more, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below and the little bell next to it so that you're notified the next time I post a new video here on my channel. Thank you all so much for spending a little bit of your time here with me today, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.